Hi, today I'm talking about how do we control our mind. Now, why should we control our mind? We have all had experiences where, in the heat of the moment, we've spoken something hurtful to others and then regretted immediately. On the other hand, we've also had experiences where we've got very irritated or angered by what somebody else has said to us, and then our mind has remained upset for a very long time, hampering its normal activities. So whenever we react give this kind of default reactions, uh, our personal and professional both relationships are spoiled. Our life becomes very chaotic, and we are living a suboptimal life. We never seem to be able to reach our potential. This happens because our mind is not in our control. So when we do not control our mind controls us. When we do not consciously uh, when we do not consciously think of the reaction that we are going to give, the reactions spring from our subconscious mind. Subconscious mind is the storehouse of all our memories and belief systems. Belief systems are the most deeply held assumptions that we have of ourselves, others, and the world. Now, these belief systems are formed very early in life by our upbringing and our experiences. Now, the thing with the belief system is we are not really aware of the belief systems that we hold because they are held in our subconscious mind. The other problem with belief system is that we think that it is the absolute truth. We think that whatever is our belief system is the absolute truth of the world. So belief systems are of two kinds: empowering and disempowering. Empowering beliefs are beliefs that support us. Now, disempowering belief system is belief that hamper our functioning in the world. Examples of disempowering belief system is: I am not good enough, nobody understands me, the world is full of bad people, life is very difficult, earning money is difficult. These kind of beliefs that work against us. Our subconscious mind always works within the confines of our belief system. Our belief system controls something called the reticular activation system in the brain, or the RAS. The RAS controls our focus. So the reality around us has millions of bits of information. The RAS filters out information based on your belief systems, basically only information that matches your belief systems. So by default, our brain is looking only for evidence that matches our belief systems or makes our belief true. It ignores the rest of the information. So in this way, each and every one is looking at the world through the lens of their own belief systems. Thus, each and every one is creating their own version of the world or reality, and no two people's world are the same. So these kind of evidences, they just strengthen the belief that we already hold, and this way we are getting more and more reference to strengthen our belief. So our belief systems become more strong, and thus the same cycle of behavior repeats. So how do we break or interrupt this cycle? Thoughts keep bubbling up to our conscious mind from our subconscious mind. We think, feel, and act through our conscious mind. So when the thought is in the subconscious mind, we are not aware of it, so we cannot control it at that point. By the time it comes in the conscious mind, we've already got the thought and we've already taken the action or reacted. So how do we control it? So in between the time when the thought comes from the subconscious to the conscious mind, when it is just about presented to us, this is the time when we have to catch it and decide what we have to do about it, how we have to react. Now, I know you all must be thinking that where is the time to react to this? I mean, the thought comes and we already take action. It is so quick. So mind control actually is the whole. That's why we learn mind control, to be able to be aware of what we are thinking and how we are going to react on it. So let me just give you an example of how we actually do have a control. So now let's take an example of a girl who's working in a factory. So the supervisor comes and talks rudely to her about the work, that she's not doing the work properly. Now she gets irritated with the supervisor, but she doesn't react because she knows in her mind that this is not, in this situation she should not react because it will have a negative impact on her. On the other hand, suppose the same girl goes to a supermarket and there a co-shopper, he or she talks rudely to her, so she just reacts immediately. So basically depending on the situation, she can control her reaction. So let's understand with another example how can we actually learn to control our mind. Now suppose there is a girl, Miss X, who wants to reduce some weight. Now in her office a nice chocolatey pastry is presented to her. How does the mind work? Now when the mind sees the pastry, she has a strong like for chocolate pastry. So the like will bubble up from the subconscious mind to the conscious mind. So when the like bubbles up, this is the time when she has to be aware. Like if she has a trained mind, she will know that okay, this I like it, but then I have decided to lose weight, so it is my choice. I have a choice to not eat it. Then she will refuse it. So if she, on the other hand, if she has an untrained mind, the hand will just go grab the pastry and it will be in the mouth in a jiffy. So basically the key here is to have the awareness that we actually do have a choice. It is our choice. A thought will come, but how we act or what action we take on it is totally our choice. So basically to be able to control our mind, we have to practice this kind of proper or positive behavior over a period of time. So Miss X, if on several occasions, 2-3 occasions, she repeats this, that she refuses the pastry, then it will be in her nature. Her mind will be programmed to next time not take it. It will be easier for her to refuse it. So as we repeatedly practice choosing the correct thoughts and actions by our conscious mind, the programming of our subconscious mind will change. Because repetition changes the programming in our subconscious mind. Okay, to be able to control our mind, there are a few facts and concepts about the mind that we need to understand. The first concept is that we are not our minds. Then what are we? We are awareness or pure consciousness. So we can understand this concept like this. When we were kids in school, we had a concept of I, and now we have grown up, but the same concept of I continues. We are the same I. When we think about us, when I think that who am I, like when I think I am Archana, the same concept, the same Archana has continued right from her school days till now. So meanwhile my body, mind completely changed, right? Completely changed. So this I, which continues from our childhood to our adulthood to our old age, that is who we are. That is pure consciousness. Now since I am not the mind, whatever the content of my mind is, the anger, the hate, the jealousy, that is not me. So I am separate from my thoughts and emotions, and that's why I can handle them properly. The second concept about the mind is that a perception of reality is a constructive process, and hence it is never the absolute reality. Now Lisa Feldman Barrett, she is a renowned professor of psychology, and in her book 7.5 Lessons About Mind, she says that what we see and hear is constructed, is a combination of what is out there and what is stored in our brain as our memories. So it's a combination of what's out there and the memories that we have. The brain uses that to construct the reality that we perceive. So there is nothing like an absolute reality. Example comes to mind. A few years back, the internet was broken by this example of the famous black and blue dress. Okay, so some people could see the dress as black and blue, whereas the other people saw the dress as white and gold. This happened because the brains of the different people interpreted the background lighting in a different way. So this is how our brain works. The third concept about the brain is that we usually only see partial reality. Once upon a time in ancient India, 4 blind men lived in a village. One day a Mahat came with an elephant to their village. Now an elephant had never visited the village before. So the blind men decided, let's go and find out for ourselves what an elephant is like. One of the blind men touched the side of the elephant, said, "Oh, an elephant is like a sturdy wall." The second blind man went and he tugged at the elephant's tail, and he said, "No, you are so wrong, the elephant is like a sturdy rope." The third blind man went and held the elephant's trunk. He said, "What are you saying? Both of you all are wrong. The elephant is actually like a big snake." Now the fourth blind man, he felt the elephant's ears and he said, "Really, none of you all have really understood what an elephant is. An elephant is actually like a big fan, big broad fan. Now the beauty of the story is that none of these men were wrong. At the same time, none of them really were anywhere close to the reality. Just like the blind men, we also many a time perceive only partial reality. This was illustrated very well by an experiment conducted by Christopher Chabris and Daniel Simmons. It's an experiment of the invisible gorilla. Now some students were shown a video of a basketball game. They were asked to observe the number of times the players with a white shirt pass the ball. During the game, a person dressed as a gorilla comes right in front of the camera, thumbs his chest and goes away. And after the video is done, the students asked whether did you all see any gorilla during the match. More than 50% of the students had not noticed the gorilla. So this is how our mind works. We never really perceive the full reality. Most of the times we are looking only at the partial reality. So subconscious mind is a doer mind and the conscious mind is a gatekeeper. Whatever enters the subconscious mind, it comes true. Subconscious mind is a non-selective mind. It does not understand right or wrong. It accepts as true whatever our conscious mind believes to be true. So whatever we habitually think about, the subconscious mind makes it true. Whatever thoughts and feelings you are dwelling on with your conscious mind, sooner or later it sweeps down to a subconscious mind and it turns into reality. Also subconscious mind is a feeling mind. So whatever feeling you are dwelling on, the subconscious mind thinks that you want more of that and brings more of that into your life. Also subconscious mind doesn't understand the concept of I don't want. So even if you're thinking I don't want to feel sad, I don't want to be lazy, or if you are thinking badly about somebody else, subconscious mind doesn't understand all these nuances. So it just goes by the number of times and by the length of time for which you are dwelling on a particular thought. So if you spend more time dwelling on feelings of joy, positivity, abundance, care, compassion, happiness, it will bring more of this into your life. If on the other hand you are dwelling on feelings like anger, hatred, jealousy, it will bring that into your life. So that's how it works. So that is why it is very important that you do not dwell on negativity. With a conscious mind and with our reasoning, we should interpret situations in such a way that we pass positive thoughts and impressions to our subconscious mind. If we dwell on the negativity in people, or if we judge people and keep discussing it, dwelling on it, the negativity is passed to a subconscious mind. It gets full of negativity. Our mind is always fluctuating, and at any point of time it can be in either of 5 states. Monkey mind is a restless mind. It flits from topic to topic, subject to subject, from one thought and emotion to another thought and emotion. So it is a very chaotic mind. Second type of mind is a donkey mind. It's a very lazy mind. It is indolent. It has a lot of mental fatigue. It is full of sadness, depression, hopelessness, and there is lack of clarity and concentration. The third type of mind is a butterfly mind or the scattered mind. So here you have bursts of concentration, but you get distracted very easily. Fourth type of mind is crane mind or one-pointed mind, where the mind is fully absorbed with the present moment. It shows heightened capacity of concentration and absorption. Fifth state is the fully mastered mind. Here the mind is fully absorbed. Sixth concept is that the mind gets fatigued by unnecessary thoughts. Any impulsive unnecessary thought is a unit of fatigued. A fatigued mind reflects in a fatigued body and low energy. So the idea of in mind control is that we should move towards a mind which is free of, which is not cluttered with unnecessary thoughts at all, because unnecessary thoughts just tire our mind. The other concept is that what does happiness mean? Happiness means a calm mind. A totally calm mind gives us happiness. So mind becomes calm when it gets one of its desires, let's say fulfilled, mind will become calm. But this calm state doesn't and become happy. This doesn't last for long, because soon enough the mind is going after the other desire. The other state of mind which gives us happiness is the flow state. Flow state is when our skill is meeting the challenge that we have in any activity. So when we are absorbed in an activity fully, then we are in the flow state, and that also gives us a happiness. So the eighth concept about mind. According to Hindu scriptures, there are 6 enemies of the mind: Kam, Krodh, Moha, Lobh, Mad, Matsar. Kam means lust or desire. Krodh means anger. Moha means attachment. Kam, Krodh, Moha, Lobh. Lobh means greed. Mad means the sense of I, the sense of us versus them, arrogance. That is Mad. Matsar is jealousy. So, any person who has any of these enemies in his mind, he is totally the slave of his destiny or situations. He is totally controlled by his destiny or situations. On the other hand, if you get rid of these enemies from your mind, you become in control of your destiny and situations. Through your sankalp or thought, you can change any situation to be good or bad. So basically, sankalp से तुम तुम्हारी सृष्टि बनाते हो. This is like manifestation. So if you don't have these 6 enemies sitting in your mind becomes a very strong manifester. So how do we actually control our mind? So it is said that a mind is a good slave and a bad master. By default, our mind is very restless. It keeps flitting from topic to topic, subject to subject, thought to thought, emotion to emotion. It is also very cluttered with a lot of unrequired thoughts. It is very chaotic. We cannot concentrate, and it is usually very distracted. It's difficult to focus it on one activity and get any work done. This is the default nature of most people's mind. So to make our mind more efficient and useful for us to so that it helps us to lead our life and fulfill our potential, we have to learn to control our mind. So I'll be talking of mind control in there are two steps basically. So one is you have to work on some belief systems. So there are some belief systems which you need to adopt or follow to be able to control your mind, and the second is some practices that you can do to control your mind. The belief system is the acceptance that others' worldview can be different. To be able to control our mind, we should understand that we are separate from our thoughts. The problem is that we get too identified with the thoughts running in our mind. We should understand that our thoughts are just thoughts. You cannot identify them as reality. We should understand that others can view the reality in a different way. Second belief that we need to know is that we should accept we are not really the center of the universe. Most of us in our mind, when we have a worldview in our mind, we are at the center of our universe. We expect all others to cater to us. We expect others to change to suit our ways. So we should know that we cannot control others. The only person that we can control is ourselves. Third belief is that you should accept that the world is not a fair place. Sometimes bad things happen to good people, and this is just the way the world is. So you should stop asking the question why me, and just take the best action that you can at that particular point of time without really getting agitated. Fourth concept is that you don't be afraid of failures. Failures are a part of life. Just accept and move ahead. See the practices that we can adopt to control our mind. First, let's see what is a controlled mind. A controlled mind is a relaxed, calm and steady mind. It is not cluttered with unnecessary thoughts, and we can focus it at our own will on whatever we want to focus it on. It allows us to concentrate on the activity that we want to concentrate on. Okay, so the first practice which will help in mind control is know yourself. So basically, know yourself is in 2 parts. First is our nature. So we should know that we are not our minds, but we are pure consciousness or awareness. So that's the first part of know yourself. The second part of know yourself is that we should know the kind of person we are. So what are our values? What values do we want in our life? What are our likes and dislikes? What are the skills we have? What are the talents we have? What is our personality? What are the principles that we want to lead our life by? So once we sit and introspect and get to know all these things about ourselves, it will help our mind and give it guidelines as to how to interact with the world smoothly, also to live an authentic life. So you should make introspection a part of your routine. Know your purpose in life. Knowing the purpose in life gives a guide, gives a direction to our mind. You should know your purpose in all areas of main areas of life, like health, relationships, career, because a mind with a direction is a chaotic mind. Have faith. You should have faith either in God or the universe. You should assume that the universe is a friendly place and it is always working towards your benefit. So having faith gives lot of security to our mind and keeps our mind calm. You should also learn to surrender to the greater power. Then a lot of load is off you, because you know that your job is just to take the right action at the right time. The results are on the higher power. So that gives you a lot of calm in your mind. It helps. So we should have an attitude of gratitude. We should be thankful for everything that we have at present in our life, the people in our life who make our life better. So having gratitude brings our mind in a happy frame of mind and keeps it relaxed. So a relaxed and happy mind becomes an open mind. You will get a lot of ideas. You will be more creative and constructive with an open mind. We should practice equanimity. So what it means is, either in joy or sorrow, pleasure or pain, do not overreact, because overreaction causes turbulence in the mind. So you should know that whether it is joy or sorrow, it will pass. Once you have this too shall pass attitude, you do not overreact to situations, so your mind is not turbulent, and then with a calm mind you will take the action that is required for you to take the correct action, and your mind is also not agitated. So practice meditation. Meditation relaxes and calms your mind. Meditation teaches you both mindfulness and focus. Mindfulness is when you are aware of what you are thinking and feeling. Mindfulness means your mind can go in the drishta or witness mode and witness your own thoughts and feelings. Focus is the ability of the mind to shift the attention at will to a particular object or activity. Exercise and take care of your body. A healthy mind resides in a healthy body. Exercise releases endorphins and lifts our mood. Have a fresh and healthy diet, because it directly affects the state of our mind. Your digestion should be good, and regular elimination should happen, because toxins affect the functioning of our mind. Seek humor in situations, see good comedy shows, because a relaxed mind is a calm mind. Then weed out toxic people from your life. Learn to also see reality for what it is, and surround yourself with positive people, because others' mind affect our mind. So whoever we are surrounded with, we absorb their opinions and their patterns of thinking. You should lower your expectations from others. Nobody really owes you anything. Then accept the uncertainties of life. If you accept that life is uncertain, your mind will not get agitated thinking aage kya hoga, ab kya hoga. You know that it is uncertain, you have no control over it. Remove negative words, very extreme negative words from your vocabulary and the way you talk. Do not keep saying I hate him, I am so stressed, I am worried, I am angry. Do not say that, because it directly goes and programs your subconscious mind. Ensure that you have right exposure. Keep a control on the exposure that you have. Basically what it means is, our thoughts are affected by whatever we intake from our five senses. So we have to be very alert that we are not consuming low vibration contents like violence, crime, this and that unnecessarily or at all, because this directly affects our mind. Also, we should stop engaging with people all the time. We should stop doing so much scrolling on our phones, because it just clutters our mind and makes our mind very chaotic. It also, this scrolling also creates a lot of decision fatigue in your mind, because every time a screen is in front of you and you have to decide whether I should like it, whether I should follow or not follow, this all creating load on your mind. So just eliminate all these things, minimize them. You have to be especially careful at 2 times during the day, early in the morning when you just get up and just before you sleep, because at these 2 times the subconscious is naturally open. So whatever you do or see or hear will directly go into your subconscious mind, so be careful. Scatter your mind with multiple tasks, like finish what you start, complete one task, then go to the other. Practice yoga and pranayam. Pranayam means breathing exercises. So basically yoga, by doing yoga, we control our mind through our body. Also, our breath is very closely connected to our mind. We have all seen that when we are stressed, our breathing gets very heavy and fast. And when we are relaxed, when our mind is calm, our breathing is also relaxed and slow. So basically, we can control our mind through our breath. So when we make our breathing deep and slow, our mind also calms down. So it's very essential that you practice deep breathing as part of your daily routine. Practice right conduct. Do not do anything which is morally wrong. A clear conscience goes a long way to keep our mind calm and relaxed. This is good speech. Do not say anything which will hurt people. Your words should be sweet. You should speak slowly. You should speak less. Always indulge in positive self-talk. Self-talk is the internal dialogue that we have with ourselves. Never say things like I am a loser, even to yourself, even in a joke. Because if you repeat it many times, it will just go in your subconscious mind. You actually become that. Examples of positive self-talk is I am sincere, I am a winner, I am hardworking, I deserve the best. So always indulge in positive self-talk. It's extremely important. Never put yourself down. Away from negative thoughts of Kam, Krodh, Moh, Lobh, Matsar. So how do we do that? Basically, our mind cannot hold two contrary thoughts. So if you see a negative thought, just replace it with the matching positive thought. You should see that your default state of mind is that of a joyous state of mind and happy state of mind. Happy, joyous, relaxed. Practice seva or service to others. This will you awash, your mind becomes awash with compassion, and it's very good for your mind. You have to practice watching your thoughts on a regular basis. In the beginning, you have to put 10 minutes time, twice a day at least, any time that suits you. So you watch what you're thinking of. So this way you put your mind in the drishta or the witness mode. So the more you practice it, then as you are about a daily activity, you can practice being in the drishta mode. See, the control of mind cannot happen immediately. It's more than control. It's like you have to train your mind. So all the practices that I have talked about, you have to do them over a period of time, and you have to start small. Now suppose you want to take the practice of good speech. So you decide one day that for this 24 hours I will say nothing negative to anyone, and that is the only thing that you implement on that day, and you make sure that you do it, because you know your mind is like a very very mischievous monkey. So you have to prove to your mind that you mean business. So you have to show to your mind, say whatever you have decided you are going to do, whatever it might say ki no, I want to I'm irritated, so I want to say something negative, but you got to control it, and at least for the 24 hours you do it. So next time that you do it, it becomes easier for you. So if you have to have one takeaway from this video, it will be that we are not our minds. We are separate from our minds. To access our real self, we have to quieten our mind. And the mind quietens down when it feels that all is well. Therefore, feed your mind with feelings of love, compassion and gratitude. This is when your awareness will intensify and enormous power and creativity will be released. Hope you like the video. Thanks. Bye.